AOP and BOI? Association of persons and what? Body of individuals. Association of persons and what? Body of individuals. So this is the taxation that happens between for what? AOP and BOI. Now what is an AOP? What is the BOI? So guys, generally, I'll just give the overview here. If you want to see the definition of, what do you say? Association of persons, and if I go to section 2 clause 31, in that clause 5, subclause 5. So basically I'm talking about AOP and BOI. I'll just give you the overview because we'll have to understand what all things we are doing now. So if you see the person definition 2 clause 31, right, and subclause 5 gives the definition of AOP and BOI and tells you what would be association of persons and what would be body of individuals. Basically, person includes AOP, BOI. It doesn't give a definition. There is no separate definition of, body of individuals of association of persons. It's just the meaning that is attached to it. But once an association is formed, the taxability, what is allowed, what is disallowed, etc., especially the disallowed expenses, is given to you in 40 BA. Given to you in 40 BA. So this is for the AOP BOI. For the individuals concerned, correct? For the individuals concerned there, for the individuals concerned, what is the, how is the share determined? How is the members' share determined? Members' share determined, how is it? So one is section 67A. So members' share is determined in as per section 67A. And as far as the taxation is concerned, one will be the normal rates. Second one will be a rate prescribed under section 167B. Under section 167B. And lastly, if at all there is a chance of double taxation, if at all there is a chance of double taxation, there will be a rebate allowed. This is 86 read with 110. 86 read with 110. This is the entire scheme of things. It's an easy chapter, nothing to worry. Hardly anything is there, but it is very, very important. Regularly asked in the exam, taxation of AOP BOI, taxation of partnership firm, taxation of LLP, everything we'll do one by one. Chapter by chapter we'll be doing it. So whatever we discuss in class, that much is more than sufficient for your examination. Just study that and go. Of course, I'll give you examples, and of course we'll be solving the some questions, whatever it is. At least as a concept capsule, we'll definitely solve. First one, if you see the definition 2 clause 31(5), basically guys, person, income tax, used to charge an individual before, and then slowly what people started doing was they started creating an association. So an association could be like a firm, an association could be a company, an association could also be formed as a Hindu undivided family. So under different associations were formed. Association formed under the Indian Partnership Act went under a firm. A firm here sometimes, firm, wherever I use the word company or especially wherever I use the firm in Income Tax Act, firm includes LLP. Right? Except specifically where it is said no. For example, in presumptive taxation we saw firm excluding LLP, they have told there. So otherwise, any association, see whether incorporated or not, whether you register that association, don't register, I don't care. That all associations formed, whether incorporated or not incorporated, legitimate or illegitimate, because even illegal income is income. The five of us come together, form an association and do some smuggling activities, that also will be taxed. Remember one discussion we had till now, pre-incorporation income. Any income that you derived pre-incorporation, can it be taxed in the hands of the company? No, we have discussed this. Companies Act allows you to, have pre-incorporation contracts provided they are ratified later and brought on record. But what about the income? Under Income Tax Act we saw, if you remember guys, pre-incorporation income will be treated as, taxable in the hands of the promoters as AOP or BOI. In Income Tax Act, association of persons and body of individuals can be used interchangeably. But essentially speaking, association of persons will include not just individuals. In a body of individuals, there will be only individuals. Me and you and 3 other friends come together and start an association. It is called a body of individuals. That body of individuals can be registered as a partnership firm, can be registered as a company, all that can happen later. But it is actually a body of individuals. But AOP can be my company, let's say Advait Learning Private Limited, and me, and your company, XYZ Private Limited, and you. 4 of us have come together. Now this will be association of persons, because person will include all these things. I hope you came to know about the difference. Reliance and Vision Express came together to form Reliance Vision Express. Reliance and Grand Vision of Netherlands came together to have a joint venture. Maruti Suzuki, Tata and Starbucks, they are all joint ventures. Under Indian Partnership Act, companies cannot enter into a partnership, so that partnership between companies is called joint venture, and that, my dear friends, can be an example of what? Association of persons, because 2 persons are coming together. Little bit of judicial interpretation just for your knowledge. Body should receive a wide interpretation, perhaps not wide enough to include a combination of individuals who merely receive income jointly without anything further, as in their co-heirs inheriting shares or securities. So basically, if my great-grandfather left one property in my name and my sister's name, and from that we are getting some income, are we body of individuals? No. This was in Deccan Wine and General Stores. But certainly wide enough to include a combination who have unity of interest, but who are not actuated by a common design, and one or more whose members, producer or help produce income for the benefit of all. So there has to be an intention to create that body. If, for example, my great-grandfather had a property which me and my sister did not know of, he had opened a joint account in our names when we were children only, and now we have no clue about it, assume, and money is going to that regularly. Did we know about it? No. So that income will be taxed as what? Body of individuals? No. But if me and my sister jointly start something, that will be called as a body of individuals if it is not registered as a partnership and all those things. You see, the term individual as used in the Act does not mean a single living human being, but also include a unit for the purpose of the Act. So singular includes plural, plural includes singular. This is there in the General Clauses Act also. General Clauses Act also clearly says, wherever there is masculine, there is feminine also. Wherever there is singular, there is plural also, and vice versa. It is possible to attribute any one of the following 3 meanings to the expression body of individuals. One is association of persons. Members of the body must have joined together for a purpose of producing income. So association of persons, body of individual can be used interchangeably provided all are individuals. A conglomeration of individuals who happen to have come together but to carry on some activity with a view to earn profit or gains obviously is a body of individuals. A conglomeration of individuals whatsoever, irrespective of the object which brought them together and irrespective of the activities which they carry on also may be called as body of individuals. But for income tax purposes, there has to be an intention to create, to earn income, So it would definitely best suited in point number 2. If you can see, as per the legislature, there will be no difference between association and BOI. Correct? Ejustum generis cannot be applied to the word person. There is no specific genus of the word individual. Everything is an individual here. So when I say body of individuals, can I use it as, what do you say? Can I say individuals means individual person? No. Because persons, you cannot use the word person, because in person everybody is covered anyway. The body of individuals with respect to income tax act must be carrying on an activity with a view to get income. So as I told you, point number B would be the best suited answer. I am good in DT, you are good in law, one more person is good in FEMA, one more person is good in income, GST, all come together. We don't start a partnership firm, we don't start an LLP. We'll just say we'll come together, we'll hire an office. We'll share an office, we'll share the expenses. Our own stuff, my business is mine, your business is yours. Let's have a co-working space with a common person who will look after the office, receptionist. That would be a classic example of body of individuals. What is the structure? We don't know. It's not a firm. It's not a LLP. Got it? Little bit understood? Yes. Then what is AOP? The word associate, according to Oxford Dictionary, is to join in a common purpose or join in an action. Therefore, AOP must be one in which two or more persons join for a common purpose. Two or more persons join. Persons will be individual, HUF, partnership firm, company, all those things. Join for a common purpose. Everybody is telling the same thing. Volition on the part of the members is an essential ingredient. Volition means what? Voluntarily you should come. Voluntary. The noun form of voluntary is called volition. Where even a minor can join an AOP. His lawful guardian gives his consent. Basically, my father had bought shares for me and my sister. Can, in the name of the minor, assume, can the guardian hold shares? Yes. Can minor himself hold shares in a company? Yes. Britannia Industries versus SL Bagri, company law, case law. Because guys, sir, but contract act said agreement with minor is void ab initio. Mohiri Bibi versus Dharmodas Ghosh. We had studied, sir, in CA Foundation. Yes, sir, you're right. But there, why? Because why agreement with minor is void ab initio? Because personal liability, you cannot make the minor personally liable. But if I am investing in fully paid up shares of a company, and if I am accompanied by a lawful guardian, and third, if the articles do not expressly prohibit, then there is no reason why I cannot hold shares in a company even though I am a minor. Because let's say even if I do not pay anything, there is nothing to pay because it is fully paid shares. So in SL Bagri versus Britannia Industries case law, it was held that holding fully paid shares where articles do not prohibit anything, minor in the presence of a lawful guardian can definitely hold shares in the company. By that logic, my grandfather had bought 3,000 shares of Infosys in my and my sister's name. And the dividends are coming to them to that joint account which we are not aware of. Would it be an association of person? I already explained body of individuals. No, because there was no volition. We did not even know about it. That's what this Murugesan and Sons Supreme Court judgment actually said. Associate is to join in a common purpose. Association does necessitate the excess of volition. See, everywhere the same thing they are telling. It is only when they associate themselves for income producing activity, joining together for the purpose of income producing activity. By that logic, kindly come here. Page J1. So my dear friends, in PGBP was B, directly we have come to J. Don't worry, all notes are there, but we'll be doing it in any manner that we like. Ultimately, everything will be covered. Since this was supposed to be a part of PGBP, but then because of some feedback, I thought I will make it separate. Separate. So it will be easier for you to understand. No problem. Study like this. It's okay. Easy. Sir, can I study anything? Sir, I have all your lectures, sir. Seeing your stupid face is boring, sir. But I have no choice. I have to see your stupid face for all chapters. But I like TDS chapter. Can I see your stupid face there? Okay. You can stop this and go to TDS chapter. I'm just saying. There are some things which interlink. But in TDS, I mean, predominantly not much. Like if you're doing advanced tax, for instance, it is better if you have finished assessment procedures because at least you'll know all those things. So, in the manner where the classes are given, you can follow the same sequence. Because the classes are given to you in that sequence only. First PGBP, now obvious AOP, BOI, then firm, like that it will be given. Next, I think clubbing will be there. Sir, clubbing I don't want to do now, sir. Clubbing I want to do later. Your wish. Sir, since you have given TDS, can I directly start off with TDS? Yes. But either way, I have to see my stupid face. I might as well do in the sequence. Or if you was, no sir, I don't want, sir. Your stupid face, I want to see how your stupid face is in TDS chapter. Okay, do TDS. Clear? Yeah. AOP means two or more persons joining for a common purpose. Already discussed. Same thing I put here, guys. Whatever cases I showed you, know, from that I made a gist and put here. Common action. Is an object to produce income. Mr. Karthik Malik and Company Firm and Artisay Private Limited joined together to carry on construction activity. Yes. BOI denotes persons like executors or trustees who receive the income jointly and visible in a manner and extent as the beneficiaries individually. But we should continue to carry on business. In my example that I gave you, we did not even know that my grandfather had left that for us. Individual who carried on business as a proprietor died, leaving behind his three major children. The children continue to carry on business of the father without forming a partnership. And they will be considered as body of individuals. Any person, company, LLP, firm can be a member in AOP. However, only individuals can be a member in a BOI. There is a common will and desire among the members to voluntarily join an AOP. But in a BOI, it can be slightly dicey. The common will and desire may not be there, but we are aware that things are happening. If you are not aware, then it's not BOI, as I showed you in the couple of Supreme Court decisions. In AOP, there should be volition. In BOI, awareness must be there. Common will and desire may be lacking. It may be formed by operation of law, but there is awareness. An AOP can be considered by individuals or non-individuals also, or a combination of both. Whereas BOI can only be done by BOI, body of individuals. With that basics in mind, are you with me? Up top? Good. Let me have some water, guys. Sir, with water, anything else you won't mix, sir? Hey, Noda. Been teaching for so long now. Importance of water is crazy. Need to keep some. Many times I don't remember only to drink water actually. Yes, I keep getting blasted at home for that. But true, you need to drink a lot of water. Yes. Now, where were we? Did you understand, my dear friends? Every single chapter will be taught in depth. No missing out, no nonsense. Structure in your mind. Tomorrow if I ask you, sir, AOP BOI, structure should be imprinted. 2 clause 31 clause subclause 5. 40 BA. Section 67A. 86 red with 110. Normal rates 167B. AOP BOI done. Next chapter. Yes. Got it? No mugging up. No nonsense. No mugging up at all. Let's see. So guys, basically there is no difference between partnership firm and partners. There's no difference between AOP and the individuals and the persons covered. There's no difference between BOI and persons covered. But for the in the eyes of taxation, there's a difference. In the eyes of taxation, each one is different. So how does the eyes of taxation vary from, section to section is the idea, or from what you say, one concept to other concept forms the basic idea what we are trying to discuss. Let's see the disallowance under 40BA. Under section 40BA. Remember section 40, 40A1, 40A1A. 40A1 is what? 100% non-resident. Not pay tax, not paid. 1A is 30% disallowance. 40A1B, equalization levy, remember? Like that. (40B) I showed you in that question in PGBP. One 35 AD question was there, if I'm not wrong. In that 40B was there, right? I told you we'll do it during taxation of firms. 40BA. In the case of association of person or body of an individual other than a company, which means I already told you guys, company also is an AOP, BOI. Cooperative society is also an AOP, BOI actually, or a society under Society Registration Act is also AOP, BOI, or under any other law corresponding to that act. Any payment of interest, salary, bonus, commission or remuneration by whatever name called is disallowed. What all is disallowed? What all is disallowed? Interest, salary, bonus, commission and remuneration by whatever name called. Interest, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration. All things are what, guys? Disallowed in their hands, made by such association or body to a member of such association or body. So that will be disallowed there, and it will be what? Taxable in the hands of whom? Taxable in the hands of the concerned individual. Very simple. So I told you, all of us come together and say, sir, let's not do an association, let's not do a partnership, let's not do an LLP. I will bring my own stuff, you will bring your own business, each of us will bring our own business and we'll pool in and pay for the common expenses. The rent that we pay to the AOP, now that's an association. The rent that we pay to an AOP, is it allowed or disallowed? Allowed. Rent is allowed. I give loan to the AOP. I am a member. Member gives loan to the AOP. AOP pays interest. Any interest paid is allowed. Because they are trying to tell there is no difference between you and the AOP. Why don't you understand? Do you know which is one of the largest AOP BOIs of India? You will be shocked to know. One of the largest AOP BOIs of India, you'll be shocked to know, my dear friends, was the Bombay Stock Exchange. Huh? Yes. Bombay Stock Exchange, BSE, started off as a body of individuals 100 years ago. All the brokers came together and said, let us start this particular venture of ours and let it be Dalal Street, called Dalal Street. So they started trading in the physical securities of companies in Mumbai only, Bombay. Initially they started under a banyan tree. And later they went to this place in Mumbai. All these companies, they were trading securities like this. Like one paper. Let me take one paper here. Like this. Securities, they were standing on these benches and trading. Each stockbroker was a trader. And that trader had his trading rights. There were some, if I'm not wrong, around 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, I think, maximum trading rights. That's it. No trading rights were allowed. You have to purchase that. The association value was a trading right, actually. So all of us came together. There'll be a head of that body of individuals at the end of the month. One fellow used to come with a begging bowl. Sir, rent, sir, rent, sir. I occupied one corner of the stock exchange. I used to pay my rent and close it. Income fully mine. Expenses who has to bear? Personal, related to my business, me. Common expense of rent only I'll pay to the BOI. Outside world will be looking at this, and if they've come to know that we have no structure, it is shameful. One man changed this. Who is he? Manmohan Singh. He came to them and said, bro, body of individuals, really? Stock market is the economic barometer of the country. It is the economic barometer of the country, and you're, begging like beggars here every month for rent. Please have a structure. When he was a finance minister, he told, and this body of individuals was already there for many, many years. When you are a monopoly and nobody is there to attack you, will you listen to the government? No. This body of individuals, BSC, told Manmohan Singh, "Tu kaun hai be? Chal nikal. Who the hell are you? Get out. तेरी औकात क्या है? Correct? What standing do you have to come and tell me? Do you know who I am?" Who told? BSC. Manmohan Singh said, bro, shift to a company. Company is better structure. Take public funding. BSC broker said, tu kaun hai be? Chal, nikal. Manmohan Singh said, okay, sure, no problem. To counter Bombay Stock Exchange body of individuals, the great Manmohan Singh, under the Security Contract Regulation Act, started a concept called National Stock Exchange, which was a company. He brought management from the Oxford University, and he was a professor there, Oxford, Harvard. He got all the best people to come and sit on the board here. He opened up the money for the public. He brought in online trading, and he opened up the entire markets to whole of India and not just Bombay. Within a matter of years or months, BSC collapsed. BSC people came, beggars, body of individuals came, sir, please, sir, sir, please, sir. Manmohan Singh could have told, क्या बोला तूने? तू कौन है बे? चल निकल. He didn't tell anything. He said, okay, I hereby order you to convert your body of individuals to a company right now. And brokers, you are only the owners. Brokers, you are only the managers. Brokers, you are only the traders. I want you to split everything. Ownership should be different. Management must be different. Traders must be different. Convert to company. Under SCRA brought about a concept called corporatization. Conversion of body of individuals to company. And he said, I'm going to cut your powers. If you are a broker, remain a broker. Don't enter into management. I'll allow your representation, but you will not manage. You are not the owner. I'll allow you ownership only to the tune of 49%. 59% public should own. Demutualization. A body of individuals was converted to company, corporatization, and the powers were cut off. Demutualization. Sweeping change by Manmohan Singh. And he said, I am not going to close you down. Now you compete. That is why we have two exchanges, my dear friends, NSE and BSE. That is the best example of body of individuals. Did you understand? Arthayata, Parinjuta Maple, Solunga sir, Chapandi sir. Chapapa, Chapu. Understood? High five. It's okay, you give it to the screen. Others should feel you are mad. Your mother will be like, that fellow recorded class. My son, my daughter, high-fi is giving. Mad. ICAI, we already joined CA, we are already mad. Correct? Your mother, mom and dad will like, what kind of a son do we have? What kind of a daughter we have? Giving hi-fi to faculty through laptop. It's okay, da, give da, come on. Yes. Got it? Come back now. Taxation. Taxation. My old lover, law. Little bit I have to impress my old lover also now. I have to think about my old lover also. That's why I connect both. But as a CA student, you should know both, right? Institute also brought about sweeping changes, which gave me an opportunity to explore this wonderful old long lost love. What? Love. Okay. Or what? Income tax. Come back. Please understand from a holistic point of view, my dear friends, not like one bloody donkey. Donkey and horse, they will put the blinders, no? Okay. 23, 40 BA, 67A, 167B, 86. 231, 40 BA, 86, 110, 67B. No. Right? Think about it. What is AOP? What could be the best example? How it is done? Yes, they will never forget. Come back. Hey, teach da enough. Oh, sorry, sir. 40 BA. Interest, salary, bonus, commission, remuneration. Right? Bricks. I generally don't do mnemonics, but I'm just did now. BRICS. Bricks. Leave it, guys. I hate this. Doing this mnemonics. Yeah, because it's bullshit. Bonus, remuneration, interest, salary, commission. Bricks. Just try to remember. I just did it now. I was seeing what all from that time I'm seeing. I first did ISB, Indian School of Business. Then I did CR. CR doesn't make sense. Then RC. I'm very bad at this. But anyway, now bricks. Bricks is good. Sir, brick spelling is K. K is silent. We're doing CA, not BCom. Hey. Sir, bricks is BRICKS, sir. K is silent, bro. We're doing CA, no? Not, it won't be so easy also. Correct, no? If I use the word pass and say P is silent, you know what will happen. Donkey will become. Yes. Now. There's an AOP or BOI and one member, onion. Onion is member. AOP, BOI is there. Nandini is the AOP, BOI name. My Tamil movie watching friends will understand this. So AOP, BOI is a member, onion. Mr. Onion. Mr. Onion, what do you say? Pays interest of 10,000. Pays interest of 10,000 rupees to AOP BI on his drawings. On his drawings. Nandini AOP BOI pays how much? 14,000 rupees interest on loan or capital of Onion. Disallowance under 40 BA. Is it 14K or can I set off 14 minus 10, 4K? Was the question, for which we have explanation 1. Where interest is paid by an association or body to any member thereof who has also means same guy. Where interest is paid by association to Onion who has also paid interest to association, amount of interest to be disallowed under this clause shall be limited to the amount by which the payment of interest exceeds the payment of interest by the member. Set off is allowed. 4K as per explanation 1 to 40 BA. Set off allowed. Set off is allowed. Case number A. Case number B. Instead of 14,000, let's make it 16,000. He'll pay on his drawings. 40 BA disallowance will be nil. Income of 2,000 rupees will be what? Taxable in the hands of AOP BOI. Taxable in the hands of AOP BOI. Got it? AOP BOI pays interest to Onion who is a member, 20,000. One more fellow, Mr. Ambi. He pays interest, 12,000. What do you think? Possible or not? Possible or not? See? Who has also. It must be the same person. If this is the case, guys, no set off. AOP BOI disallowance under 40 BA 20K. Income chargeable to tax 12K. Because both must be the same person. Both must be the same person. Those who have watched the movie, don't tell sir both are the same person. Hey, both are different in this example, da, please. Sir, both no, sir. Nandini, AOPBO. Hey. In the movie, different. Here it's different people, okay? Don't get confused. Don't write Onion and Remo, Ambi are the same. Remo also will come. All the three people are the same. Those who have not watched the movie, leave it. Those who have watched the movie, laugh and be quiet. Sir, I don't want to laugh. Your stupid jokes. Don't feel like laughing. Don't laugh. Okay, no problem. I can't anyway see you. I'm known for my poor jokes. My parents named me also like that. PJ. They knew my son will become one mega PJ cracker. He'll make people cringe, thinking that why did I take up CA? Why did I take up this fellow's class? Why do I have to see his stupid face? Yes. Right? Sir, both are the same people. No. Overthinking, don't do. Just example I did, that's all. Next. Let's say this is one fellow. Single. Yes. So he is the Karta. Mr. Motte Boss. Remember Shivaji movie? Mr. Motte Boss is the Karta of HF named Lakalaka. How connection and all, don't ask. Sir, how HF has a name? Don't ask such stupid questions. There was a HF called Lakalaka. And who is the Karta? Pidi. Motte Boss. Little bit we have to make fun, guys. Otherwise, it's boring. Yes or no? Yes. Come on. Once again. Let's ensure your parents feel you are mad again. Yes. HF was there. Lakalaka was the HF name. And who is the Karta? Motte Boss. And this HF was the member of an AOP BOI named Rara. Sir, please. Yes, so very simple. HF called Lakalaka was the member of what? I am only feeling like laughing. AOP BOI called Rara. And through whom? Through whom? Through Mr. Motte Boss. Of course, HF cannot become. So who was this Motte Boss? He was in the representative capacity. So in AOP BOI Rara, who is sitting? Motte Boss is sitting. In individual capacity or representative capacity? Representative capacity. Simple. Representative capacity. Now, this AOP BOI, pays interest of 10,000 to HF, interest on capital. It also pays interest on loan 15,000. Motte Boss also has given a loan. See, this is condition A, condition B, condition C. He has also given a loan in the individual capacity. This is the important thing. He is given a loan in the individual capacity, for which AOP BOI has given him interest. Point number D. Interest of 8,000 rupees. AOP BOI has given interest to Motte boss. Got it? In whose capacity? Individual capacity, not as a representative. Now tell me. A and B. I'll write down here. Transaction A, B, D. Interest 10,000, 15,000 interest on loan, and 8,000 interest paid to Karta in the individual capacity. Allowed or disallowed? Let us read explanation 2 to 40BA. Where an individual, Motte boss, is a member of an AOP, RARA, for the benefit of any other person is HF, Laka. Such member, Motte boss, hereinafter referred to as member in a representative capacity and person so represented. Person so represented is HF. Member in representative capacity is whom? Motte boss. And interest paid by the association or body to such individual, or by such individual to the association or body, otherwise than as member in a representative capacity. Otherwise than as member in representative capacity shall not be taken into account for the purpose of this clause. I will add one more masala here. This fellow also paid interest 3,000 rupees. Paid interest 3,000 rupees on loan given by AOP BOI in individual capacity. On loan given by AOP in individual capacity. That also will add here E, 3,000 rupees. So in the hands of AOP BOI, what are they trying to tell? Interest paid by association 8,000, or interest paid by such individual to the association 3,000. Otherwise than as member in representative capacity means what? In individual capacity shall not be taken into account for the purpose of this clause. So no disallowance under 40BA. Interest paid by the association to such individual as member in a representative capacity, and interest paid by the association to the person so represented, paid by the association to the person so represented, HF, or by the person so represented, whatever case may be, shall be taken into account. Basically they are trying to tell whether AOP paid it to HF or whether AOP paid it to Karta. If it is paid in a representative capacity, Motte boss is called a person in representative capacity, and Laka HF is called as the person so represented. So AOP BOI, whether they paid it to Karta, whether they paid it to HF, doesn't matter. But if it is paid in a representative capacity for the business, 10,000 and 15,000 disallowed. under 40BA. This 3,000 rupees received from this karta, taxable in the hands of AOP BOI. This interest paid on loan, on this loan given by karta on an individual capacity. This is allowed under 36(1)(3). If you remember, interest we discussed. Subject to 40A2. Sir, what is 40A2, sir? 40A2. Second or third class or few classes into the PGP we did. Excessive payments made to related parties. Excessive payments. Understand, guys? Understood? Check the notes, everything is given. Where a member who received interest from AOP BOI also pays interest to the AOP BOI during the year, only the excess interest paid shall be disallowed. Example 1 did. Example 2. Where a person is a member in his representative capacity in the AOP or BOI, and if he received interest in his individual capacity, such interest shall not be disallowed. Simple words I've given. But here, this example you should remember. Okay. Easy, no? Chiller. Next. Done, guys. Next. Mr. Vikram is a member in his individual capacity in a Hindu undivided family. Sorry, in a AOP. Called Loki. Mr. Vikram is also the karta of a Hindu undivided family. Of a Hindu undivided family called Delhi. Now, AOP BOI pays interest on capital rupees 10,000. Pays, this is point number A. Point number B, pays interest on loan given by Mr. Vikram in his individual capacity, 8,000. HUF had given the loan also, loan of 2 lakh at 10% per annum interest. So the AOP BOI Loki is paying interest at 20K to Vikram as the karta who is then passing it on to HF. Now tell me, guys. Now tell me, guys. Point number A, 10,000. Point number B, 8,000. Point number C, sorry, this should be D. Should be E. Point number D, interest of 20,000. What to do? What do you think? Check it out. Explanation 3. Where an individual, Vikram, is a member of an AOP, low-key, otherwise than as a member in representative capacity means what? If he is there in the individual capacity. Interest paid by the association to such individual shall not be taken into account for the purpose of this clause if the interest is received by him for the benefit of any other person. Means what, guys? Whatever this interest 10,000, is he receiving it? Yes. But is it for his purpose or any other purpose? His purpose only. It will be disallowed. This 8,000, is he receiving it? Yes. Is it for his purpose or any other purpose? His purpose only. So these two will be disallowed. 40 BA. What will not be disallowed is interest paid by AOP and BOI to Mr. Vikram, which is actually for on benefit for the purposes of or for the benefit of or on behalf of some other person, that is HF. So this 20,000 will be allowed under 36(1)(3) subject to 48(2). Subject to 48(2). Done? Check out. Done, my dear friends. Very easy. HF is a member in AOP, BOI, but of course through his Karta. Mr. Karthik. AOP BOI pays salary 20,000 rupees to Mr. Karthik in his individual capacity. In his individual capacity. And without what do you say, this particular salary, without having Karthik on board, it will be a problem. So what do you think? Will explanation 2 apply? Check it out. Explanation 2. Where an individual, Karthik, is a member or of association for the benefit of any other person, yes, he is there what? Member in representative capacity. Interest is paid by the association to such individual otherwise than as member in representative capacity. Are they paying him otherwise than representative capacity? Yes, they are paying in individual capacity. Shall not be taken into account. So this salary of 20,000, is it allowed or disallowed? If you write allowed, it will be 100% wrong, my dear friends. Please see here. Interest, 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 not salary. Oh, yes. Interest. Not salary, interest. Very clearly given. Rashik Lal and Company. Supreme Court. 20K disallowed. As explanation 2 does not cover salary. Covers only what, guys? Interest, interest, interest. Planning. Can pay to Karthik's relative. Pay to Karthik's daughter, son, sibling. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Basically hire them, no problem. Subject to 40A2. Excessive payments, right? Excessive payments. Done, buddies. So we are doing everything in depth as usual. So we are done with what? This. Disallowance is also done. Next, the members' share is what we need to discuss. Guys, yeah. So HUF and all, the people use it as a tool for tax planning, so-called tax planning. It's actually tax evasion. So in the 1980s, no, what people used to do, each person used to open some random AOPs. Some random AOPs, okay? 99.99% share was for that person. Mr. KD fellow. So KD fellow used to open many AOPs, 99.99% share to him, 0.01% share to some random friend, relative and all those things. Each of these AOPs, they have normal tax rates. What tax rates? Individual tax rates, because there's no difference between AOP, BOI and a person. So that basic exemption limit, he also used to claim 2.5 lakh. I mean, assume now the recent BL 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 tax evasion used to happen. So slowly in the early 90s, this was in the 80s and the late 80s, slowly in the early 90s, what did government do? Government still continue taxing AOP at individual rates, but they made one rule that the share of a person in the AOP should be mentioned in his individual return also. What are all the AOPs you have, and in each AOP how much share you have, you had to mention. to do curb this also from happening. Earlier it was paper return, guys. The people used to tell, they stopped writing the share only. They were telling not decided, to be discussed, agreement not done yet, don't know, like that. So government got pissed off. Government, they said, bro, this is too much. If you give me your share, okay. You give me your share, I will save you. If you don't give the share, I will treat the share as indeterminate. And I will charge at the highest rate possible. Go die. Highest rate possible. What is the highest rate possible, guys? Your 40% plus your cess and all these put together will come up to almost, if I'm not wrong, 42.74%. I will charge at the highest rate possible that I can tax any person. And this will be called as MMR. What is that MMR? Maximum marginal rate. Maximum marginal rate. Deadly provision. I will tax the AOP at the highest rate, and I'll make the individual, I'll exempt the individual from tax. No problem. That share I will exempt. No problem. That share in your hands, I'll exempt. One time only I'll tax. In your hands, exempt. But AOP will have to pay at MMR. AOP will have to pay at MMR deadly rate. Correct? 30% tax. Surcharge. Surcharge, highest surcharge is 37% surcharge on this. Then the 4%, health and education cess. 42.74%. Die. Highest rate. AOP can have foreign company also. AOP can have foreign LLP also. AOP can be anybody, right? So what would be the rate for them? 40% tax, the 7% surcharge, plus 4%. So that will be around 43.6% if foreigners are involved. That is what they told here in (67A) manner and 167B. They inserted 167B for indeterminate taxation, indeterminate share. See, method of computing member share in the income of association of persons or body of individuals. You have to apportion and where it is unknown. Maximum marginal rate. Where the individual shares of the members of association etc. are indeterminate or unknown, tax shall be charged on the total income at the maximum marginal rate. Where the total income of any member of such association or body is chargeable to tax at a rate which is higher than maximum marginal rate. For example, if one of the people in the association is a foreign company, or if it's a foreign, LLP, whatever it is, tax shall be charged on the total income at such higher rate, deadly, at such higher rate. So this is the rule, important to remember. Where shares are determinate and known, this formula 167B2. Where shares are indeterminate and unknown, 167B1. Important. This only they'll ask in the exam as a numerical. Come here first. We'll do this easily. It's an where none of the members are taxable at a rate higher than the maximum marginal rate. None of the members are taxable at a rate higher than maximum marginal rate, which means what? You are either an individual or an Indian company. Entire income of AOP BOI is taxable at MMR. Where any member is taxable at a tax higher rate, means one foreign company is there in this. Entire income of the AOP is taxable at such higher rate. Initially you played around, you did not write the rate. The moment you came to know about this, suddenly you started, no sir, actually we forgot, actually. Government said, bro, enough, you're actually, I know. One more clause they added. See, this is also in part of the law. Shares of the member of AOP or BOI shall be deemed to be indeterminate or unknown if such shares are indeterminate or unknown on the date of formation or any time thereafter. When did you form this AOP? Sir, last year, sir. That time, what share did you show? Indeterminate. Sir. No, pay, higher. No, sir. Actually, no. No, actually. Why didn't you write that there? Yes. Government will not leave you. You cannot play around with the government. We are all small crooks. Who's a bigger crook? Okay. I didn't say anything. Hey, I didn't say anything. Correct? We are all small time criminals. Rolex is sitting on top. Right? That's fine. See here. Where none of the members have taxable income means what? All the members less than basic exemption limit, excluding the share of income from AOP. AOP is taxable at the normal rates applicable to an individual. Taxable at what rate? You come here. Computation, I told you, 67A, 86 and 110. We'll read here only, it's enough. AOP or BOI is taxed at normal rates applicable to an individual. Share of the member is also taxed as per 67A. So, if AOP is also taxed, let me tell you, if AOP BOI is also taxed at individual rates, if AOP BOI is taxed at individual rates, then what about the member? Member is also taxed. I'll just show you why I'm writing this. Member also will be taxed as per 67A. If AOP, BOI are taxed at individual rates, member also is taxed at 67A. When will AOP, BOI taxed at individual rate? See here. When none of the members have taxable income excluding the share of income from AOP. Individually, they are less than basic exemption limit. Only if you add the income, it will increase. Otherwise, it is less than basic exemption limit. Then only normal rates. Where any member has taxable income excluding the share of AOP means what? Member individually will anyway pay tax. The AOP is taxable at maximum marginal rate at 42.744%. If AOP BOI is taxed at MMR, here I am writing member share. If AOP BOI is taxed at MMR, then you see maximum marginal rate or higher rate, share of the member is not taxable under 86. No tax at 86. If AOP BOI is not taxed at all, or this is higher rate, you see, when a member is taxable at a rate higher than the maximum marginal rate, that is foreign company, when the income of AOP to the extent of the share of the member is taxable at such higher rate and balance it taxable at marginal rate. So for the foreign company, it is higher rate, that is at 43.6%, and for others it is 42.744%. 42.744%. That's fine. So if you see, same here. If AOP or BOI is taxed at higher than MMR, again, for some it is higher than MMR, for others it is MMR. For individual share, no tax at 86. What if AOP BI is not taxed at all? In that situation, it is not taxed at all. Then obviously, guys, share of member will be included in the total income and tax at the rates applicable to him. This there will be a tax, obviously. If you see here, AOP BI is paying tax. No tax, no double tax. AOP is paying tax, no tax, no double tax. AOP not paying any tax, member is paying tax, no double tax. AOP BOI is paying individual rates. A, B, C, income 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh. AOP income is 9 lakh. Individually 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Now this 3 lakh, 3 lakh is added to their share. If they take the income without considering share of AOP BOI, they are less than the basic exemption limit. But AOP BOI is now taxed at individual rate. They are also taxed, and this 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh is added here, and they are also taxed. Individuals went and said cheating. That is why, my dear friends, only for this particular case, there is a rebate, obviously, right? That is what is this? Rebate. Rebate will be granted for this. Rebate will be granted for the first case only. There will be a tax rebate. Right? There would be a tax rebate. So what is the first case? None of the members have taxable income. None of the members have taxable income. So again, go through here. I'll revise again. And none of the members have taxable income means everybody is less than basic exemption limit, excluding the share of income from AOP. Of course, if the share you add, so basically the AOP is also taxed, individual is also taxed, rebate will be granted. Where only member has taxable income excluding the share of income. So member anyway has taxable income. So here in this case, I will tax the AOP at MMR at 42.744, and whatever share that the individual get will be exempt. No need to pay tax. Where a member is taxable at a higher rate, like there are 3 Indian members, 1 foreign member. For that foreign member, higher rate. For Indian member, why foreign member higher rate? For tax planning only you would have done, no? For tax planning only, you would have done AOP to escape taxation. They said nothing doing for you. Either you're individual or with AOP, you will have to pay that amount, higher rate, and for others, MMR. For the members' share in the hands of the members, not taxable. Very, very simple. Member share is an expert. Let's do a few examples here and then go to the whenever I say member share, what exactly is member share? With an example we'll do, and then dissolution over. Questions will come from this area only. I'm not joking. Easy it is. Let's see. An AOP has Mr. X, Mr. Y, XYZ Limited. Company has come. Total income individually of this guy, nil. They have some 20,000 income. Tell me, will it come under point number 1, where none of the members have total taxable income? No. No. Why? Mr. X will be less than basic exemption limit. Mr. Y will be less than basic exemption limit. For a company, there is no BL. No basic exemption limit for company. Hence, AOP taxed at MMR. Member share exempt. Got it? Member share is exempt. Second, AOP, Mr. X, total income nil. Mr. Y, total income nil. XYZ Limited has negative income of 30,000. Does the AOP have taxable income? No. Hence, AOP taxed at individual rates. Member share taxed at members' hands. Rebate. Hope you are understanding, guys, and just not blindly writing. Yes or no? Negative income. There is no taxability. The word uses taxable income. Means where, how can I tax this? Cannot tax. To be taxable income. That's what it says, no? See here. None of the members have taxable income excluding the share of income from AOP. There's an AOP, company A, company B, and a foreign company. Taxable income nil. This will not come under case 1, guys. You cannot say none of the members have taxable income excluding share of income. Okay, they may have so, but see this, where any member is taxable at a rate higher than MMR. The moment a foreign fellow is included here. Moment a foreign person is included here. AOP taxed at For foreign company higher than MMR. For company A, company B, MMR. Individual shares not taxed, exempt. Clear? Some other examples, Hatke examples these are, apart from the normal stuff that we do. Hope you understood, my dear friends. Now see the computation, how it works. Method of computing member share in the income of AOP BOI as follows. Total income of the AOP BOI, so and so amount, less interest, salary, bonus, commission, other remuneration, bricks paid to any member should be subtracted from the total income of AOP BOI. Balance is apportionable among the members. Obviously, I have to subtract that and only the balance, because it's disallowed. Disallowed under 40BA. Correct. I'll subtract from there whatever is paid to any member. Right. And then add it here to the share of income to the member. Guys, don't get confused. Don't ask me, sir, disallowed means you have to add. No. Bro, that is for AOP. Here we are calculating the computation for what? For the members. See, if the profit is, after everything is 100, of which 20 is interest and salary, assume. In the AOP, this is the profit that I am sharing, right, among everybody. But in the AOP taxation, what I will do, I will add back this 20 and make it 120. This is the total income. If they are given the total income of the AOP, I have to subtract this 20, no, obviously. Only then I will get the 100 which I was supposed to apportion. So don't get confused. I use the word disallowed. That doesn't mean you add back. This actually is the disallowance portion here. While computing the income of AOP, you add back. Here I am talking about member share. Obviously, from the total income of AOP, I should subtract to bring about the profits. This is the profit. For example, if profit of AOP was 100 lakhs, 100 crores, whatever. Let's say there was disallowance of 43B, 30. Plus there was salary disallowance, 20. Overall, 150. So AOP will pay tax on this, because here double taxation is happening. For this fellow, what do you say, for the share, for this ABCD, they are members. This is shared equally, assume 25, 25, 25, 25. Now this is shared, no, this is shared. So what I should do? What should I do? I should take the total 150 and subtract what? This 20. Subtract this 20. And then do the needful. 43B I need not touch. 43B I need not touch, because 43B is the disallowance for whom? It is for disallowance for the what do you say, AOP BOI, not for the member. So should not touch that. So predominantly it was 100, of which I disallowed this 30. So overall became 130. So while computing this on this salary, you see, first I've added here and taxed. And this salary again I'm adding. Profit you leave. Salary again I'm adding. I'm taxing it twice. That is why there will be a rebate. You see, when we solve questions, you'll understand. But I just want to explain, do not get confused here. Total income less, because I want to get the balance apportion among the members. This is the balance to be apportioned. It will be apportioned. So share of income of the member will be so and so. Whatever share he gets, plus he will add the salary interest bonus also, which is received obviously. It is taxed there also, it's being taxed here also. Total share. Now in case, if I have to give capital to you, to the AOP, and I have borrowed from somewhere else, will that tax, what do you say, interest paid also will be allowed? Many court decisions have told yes. Amount that you have borrowed to invest in the capital of the AOP, that interest paid on the amount borrowed individually will be allowed, so that I have to subtract. Is important adjustment. Generally students ignore this. Interest paid on capital borrowed by him for the purpose of investment, and after doing everything, this will be the net assessable share of income. In this I will get rebate. How will I get rebate? I will get rebate based on the average rate of income tax. Very easy to remember. You see, there's nothing to remember, no mugging up, conceptual. See, Mr. Nikhil's share from AOP is 3 lakhs and his own income taxable is 2,50,000. So 3 lakh and 2,50,000, overall 5.5 lakh. In this case, as Mr. Nikhil's share is known, the AOP is taxed at the normal rate applicable to an individual. And Mr. Nikhil's total income also includes share of 5,50,000. That entire thing is 5,50,000. Tax payable. Total income of Nikhil, including this AOP share, 3 lakh plus 2,50,000 is how much? 5,50,000. So basically, guys, tax payable on the total income on 5.5 lakhs comes up to 23,400. 23,400. Right? So it's very simple. For 5,50,000, he is paying how much? 23,400. Right? And for 3 lakhs, how much is he paying? He is paying 23,400 into 3 lakh divided by 5,50,000. That comes up to 12,764. On the overall 5,50,000, he is paying 23,400. And only on 3 lakhs, he is paying 12,764. From that 23,400, I should remove that 12,764 because I was not at all liable to pay. It is only rebate. He is only liable to pay 10,636. What these fellows have done, no, again as usual to complicate things. First, they have made the average tax. Average tax is total tax paid divided by total income. You will get 0.045%. Basically, they have done this only. This represented as a percentage. Then they have done 3 lakh into this percentage, 0.0425%. I will go by the common sense proportional method. For 5,50,000, you have paid a tax of 23,400. For 3 lakh, how much you should not have paid, but you have paid? I have paid 12,764, which should not have been paid. Remove that and close it. And some important notes. The head of income under which the share of members shall be taxable is the same in the same head of income as taxable in the hands of AOP BOI. AOP BOI is house property, means for you also house property. For AOP BOI PGBP, for you also it is PGBP. Special rates of income tax, income in the hands of AOP BOI shall be taxable at special rates if the AOP BOI pays tax at slab rate. For example, LTCG under section 1112 at 10% in excess of 1 lakh rupees, STCG under section 11A at 15%, etc. If they also pay the same, you also have to pay the same. If AOP BOI pays tax MMR, then special income also shall be taxed at MMR. Special income in the first class we had done little, and capital gains will understand that, you leave it. What happens if the AOP BOI discontinues? Where any business or profession carried on by AOP has been discontinued or dissolved, assessing officer shall make an assessment of the total income of such AOP as if no such discontinuance has taken place. And the same, all the provisions of the Act will apply as if nothing has happened. And whoever were there, the members and the AOP basically will be charged. Every person who was a member of the AOP at the time of such discontinuance or dissolution, including the legal representative of the deceased member. At the time of discontinuance, whoever was the member, including the legal heir, shall be jointly and severally liable. They should pay jointly also and individually also they have to pay. Sir, on the date that member died, I don't care. Legal representative I should hold. The liability of the legal representative shall obviously be restricted to the value of the estate inherited from the deceased member. So AOP, the penalty is, let's say, 100 crores. So let's say 1 crore. 4 people are there, A, B, C, D. Each of them have to pay 25 lakhs. D, Damar. D for Damar, gone. D's property is shifted to his son, F. The property value is 10 lakhs. But his father's liability is 25 lakhs. Should he pay 25 lakhs or 10 lakhs? Law says only 10 lakhs. That's what it means. Liability of the deceased member shall be restricted to the value of estate inherited from the deceased member. If discontinuance or dissolution takes place after any proceedings, the proceedings can be continued from a stage at which the proceedings stood at the time of discontinuance or dissolution. So if there are any legal proceedings that are happening, then the legal proceedings can start from the place where the proceedings at the time of discontinuance or dissolution. So if there is any dissolution happening after any legal proceedings, means the court asks you to dissolve. The court asks you to dissolve. So what should I take now? The state of affairs as on the date of the proceedings. You see, the proceedings can be continued from a stage at which the proceedings stood at the time of discontinuance or dissolution. So at that time, what was the status? That status only can be taken forward. Irrelevant point, leave it. If the AO is satisfied that the AOP was guilty of any acts, penalty also can be imposed.